Hello and welcome to Room 10 Learning Chats. This is Mrs. June and I'm very excited to share this chat with you today. It will be so helpful for your learning, whether in school or in real life. And I will be talking about some pictures, ideas, and 3 big questions that will make you an excellent learner. It is all based on research and things we know that helps the brain to learn. To make it easy to remember, the analogy we will use compares your learning to going on a hike. We call it the learning journey. Now, this isn't a quick hike like one you'd finish in just one afternoon. Imagine this is a long walk through some beautiful mountains that will take several days. Not only is there a final destination, but there are many stopping points along the way with sights to enjoy and places you can rest. And here's an important thing. Your goal on this hike is not just to get to the destination. You also want to learn the way so well that you could help other people enjoy the hike. You want to be a guide. Let's think about the destination. If you're talking about learning for many years, maybe this destination would be graduation from high school or college. But usually we will be looking at a shorter path of a long hike. Maybe your destination will be completing the math class you are in now. Or maybe it will be even shorter as you move towards just a single lesson in your class. So the first benefit of this analogy is to remind you that the learning today is moving you towards an important goal. Maybe the lesson before you seems too challenging or long and discouraging, like a big hill to climb or a difficult stream to cross. But don't forget how much the final destination matters for your future success. Now let's think of a walk to a place where you will camp for the night. In school, that daily destination would be what some teachers call a learning target. So, this is the first big question to ask yourself. Where am I trying to get to today? You will want to answer that using words from whatever you're studying. Like in math, you might say, I want to be able to determine the area and perimeter of a polygon. Or in your language class, you might say, I want to be able to write a nonfiction essay. The next question you'll ask is, how will I know when I've arrived? The fancy name for that is success criteria. It's like a list of checkpoints you can use to be sure you've reached the learning target. If you're in school, the teacher will probably give you this. You might think of the learning target and the success criteria as a rough map that directs you to the place you're camping for the night. The final question you'll ask yourself is, what is my progress like right now? You're basically saying, how am I doing in my learning? And we often call this a self-check or self-assessment. It's a very powerful learning practice you should master. You can use the numbers from 4 down to 1 and the following descriptions whenever you make a self-assessment. Number 4 is, I've arrived and I can lead others. This means you've achieved all the success criteria and you understand it so well that you can teach someone else. For this part of the journey, you're now a guide. 3 is, I'm on my way. This might mean that you have arrived, but you're still going back over the path so that you can explain it to others. Or it could mean you know what to do next and you're making good progress. You're almost there. 2 is, I'm turned around. This would mean you sort of know the way, but you need some guidance. Maybe you're not sure if you need to turn left or right at a crossroad, or maybe you got off the trail. Maybe you will have to get your map out and look around to get moving in the right direction. This happens to everyone. It's not a bad thing. In fact, you can learn a lot from these moments as you struggle to find your way. And finally, 1 is, I'm completely lost. It means you really have no idea where you are along the way and you are not sure if every step is getting you closer or moving you even further from your destination. This is a case when you need another skilled guide, probably your teacher, to help you find the way. Everyone gets lost sometimes, but you won't want to stay lost for long. Once you know the answer to these 3 questions, then you will be ready to identify the most important thing, your next step. Learners who know their next step can confidently make progress towards their destination. It means they're on the path to success. If you want to find out more, then your next step is easy. Just watch our next Learning Chat, identifying your next step.